In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at bodycam or found footage 2.0, the latest horror subgenre to take over the internet. This is my channel. And before we get into it, I just want to say thank you so much for the support. We've reached a significant milestone, which is crazy. So thank you all so much. And if you're not already, consider subscribing to stay up to date on all things horror. Now let's get into it. Bodycam or found footage 2.0 is exactly what it sounds like. It's found footage, but instead of just using camcorders, which was the basis of the original found footage genre, this new subgenre uses modern technology like police bodycams, Zoom calls, live streams, and phone footage to create a sense of hyper-realism that puts the viewer right in the middle of the action. The reason this subgenre has started to become popular is because of how immersive it is. In the classic found footage style, the shaky first-person perspective makes the viewer feel like they are experiencing the horror firsthand alongside the characters. But with the rise of ultra-realistic graphics in modern video games, the line between reality and fiction has become increasingly blurred. Games like On Record, which became a massive viral sensation due to its photorealistic bodycam footage of an unnamed SWAT operator hunting down suspects in a building, have shown audiences just how realistic graphics can be, even when the game isn't explicitly marketed as horror. On Record was created by the same people who worked on the Gorilla Tag VR game, and it was initially released on a platform for $20 in early access. However, it quickly gained notoriety after a gameplay video went viral on Reddit and YouTube. The attention it received led to an influx of new players, causing the servers to crash. The developers had to take down the game temporarily until they could address the issues. Despite the hiccups, the buzz around On Record only grew, generating over 30 million organic impressions by media outlets and influencers. Even the official PlayStation Twitter account shared a video about it, calling it one of the most realistic games ever. These numbers would put On Record and No 4 on the list of the top 500 most popular games worldwide, surpassing heavy hitters like Cyberpunk and Fortnite. Although the hype has died down since then, On Record still stands out as a prime example of how immersive graphics can blur the lines between reality and video games. The use of bodycams in particular adds another layer of realism because they are often used by law enforcement officers and security personnel. They allow the viewer to see the world from the perspective of those who are trained to deal with dangerous situations. It also blurs the lines between fiction and reality because bodycams are used by real police officers and security personnel who regularly encounter dangerous situations. By using bodycams in their videos, creators can add a sense of realism that is difficult to achieve through traditional filmmaking techniques. This creates a feeling of immediacy and authenticity that draws viewers into the video and makes them feel like they are witnessing events as they unfold in real time. Additionally, bodycams have become more accessible in recent years, making it easier for creators to incorporate them into their work. This has led to an increase in the number of bodycam videos being created, which in turn has contributed to the popularity of the genre. Another example of this subgenre is the 2020 horror film Host, which takes place entirely on a Zoom call between a group of friends who decide to hold a séance over the video chat platform. The film was shot entirely using Zoom and other video conferencing software, and it effectively uses the limitations of these platforms to create a sense of claustrophobia and tension. Since the characters are confined to their own spaces and can only interact with each other through the video call, it mirrors the isolation and loneliness that many people experienced during the pandemic lockdowns. This added a layer of depth to the story and made the characters more relatable and sympathetic. Furthermore, the use of Zoom and other video conferencing platforms was innovative and effective. The shaky camera work and grainy footage created a sense of immediacy and authenticity, making the film feel like it could be real. The fact that the film was shot entirely on a budget of $100,000 and went on to gross over 1.5 million in worldwide box office revenue is a testament to the effectiveness of this subgenre. Host demonstrates how filmmakers are pushing the boundaries of found footage horror by incorporating new technology and blurring the lines between reality and fiction. As technology continues to evolve, it will be interesting to see how this subgenre continues to develop and what new innovations it brings to the world of horror. While Bodycam Found Footage 2.0 has yet to find its footing in the film industry, there are a few projects that show promise for the future of this subgenre. One such project is the 2023 film Detective, which is currently in post-production. The film is shot entirely from the perspective of a police officer as he investigates a series of gruesome murders. The use of bodycam footage creates a sense of realism and immediacy, making the viewer feel like they are right there with the detective as he pieces together the clues and tries to catch the killer. Another project to keep an eye on is the upcoming video game, Hell Comes to Town. This game is set in a dystopian future where a virus has wiped out most of humanity and the remaining survivors are hiding in an underground bunker. Players will take on the role of a security guard who must patrol the bunker and protect the survivors from both the outside threats and the darkness within. The game will use bodycam footage to create a sense of immersion and realism, making the player feel like they are truly in control of the fate of the survivors. Overall, the future of Bodycam Found Footage 2.0 looks bright. As technology continues to advance, it will become easier and easier to create realistic and immersive videos and games that blur the lines between fiction and reality. If you enjoy watching videos like these, please consider supporting me through donations. Your support helps me continue to produce high-quality content that I hope you enjoy. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Now let's move on to the next subgenre, cosmic horror. Cosmic horror is a subgenre of horror that emphasizes the fear of the unknown and the insignificance of humanity in the face of the vastness and indifference of the universe. It often involves themes of cosmic dread, existentialism, and the fragility of human sanity. Unlike traditional horror, which typically focuses on more tangible threats such as ghosts, demons, or serial killers, cosmic horror explores the fear of more abstract and unknowable entities and phenomena. One notable characteristic of cosmic horror is its focus on atmosphere and psychological torment, rather than on jump scares or gore. Cosmic horror stories often create a sense of unease and dread through the use of vivid imagery and a slow-burning narrative that builds suspense over time. The fear in cosmic horror is not of a monster under the bed or in the closet, but of the vast, uncaring universe and the realization that humanity is insignificant in the grand scheme of things. Some examples of cosmic horror include the works of authors such as H.P. Lovecraft, who is considered to be the father of the genre. His stories often feature ancient, powerful beings that exist beyond human comprehension and the terrifying implications of humanity as insignificance in the face of these cosmic entities. Other examples of cosmic horror can be found in films such as The Thing, which depicts a shape-shifting alien that preys on a group of Antarctic researchers. The film creates a sense of isolation and paranoia as the characters struggle to determine who among them is the imposter. Another example is the film Annihilation, which follows a team of scientists into a mysterious zone where they encounter strange and terrifying creatures and landscapes that defy explanation. Cosmic horror taps into our primal fears of the unknown and our place in the universe. It reminds us of our fragility and the limits of our understanding, which is perhaps why it continues to resonate with audiences today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about horror, check out my other videos.